Welcome to a lesson with Dr. Powell. Let's take a look at the function f of x equals x to the fourth, and we're going to compute the derivative function using the limit definition of a derivative. Okay, and in this case, we're going to use the A strategy, and we're also going to use synthetic division. Okay, so we're going to use the A strategy and synthetic division in order to do this. All right, so we're going to proceed. Now, what we do, first of all, we need to get 2 points. One with an A, one with an X, plug those in, A to the fourth, X to the fourth. Okay, so after getting those 2 points, what we can do is think rise over run. A to the fourth minus X to the fourth all over A minus X, and we're taking a limit as A approaches X. Now, maybe you can work through the factorization. Honestly, the factorization is not too bad, because you can get A squared minus X squared, A squared plus X squared, difference of 2 squares here, thinking that way. And then you could even factor this beyond. So really, you don't need to use synthetic division, but I'm going to do it anyway, just to kind of give you a feel for what can be done here. And notice cancellation. That's beautiful, because then we're taking a limit. Then what do we have? We can throw in X for A, and we end up getting X, or 2X, because it's X plus X right there. And then this will become, and this is going to be an X squared plus an X squared, so that's going to be a 2X squared. If we multiply that together, it's going to be 4X cubed. So that's going to be the derivative. Okay. Now, that's awesome. That's if we could factor this way. Now, perhaps let's just kind of think, well, how could we use this method here? This gives it a little bit insight for maybe doing this method another time in another case. So what we have is, we know that A is the variable of the limit. X is a constant. So this top part is a polynomial in the variable A. X is a constant. So if we thought about this, this is like A to the fourth, so 1 times A to the fourth plus 0 times A cubed plus 0 times A squared plus 0 times A plus, and then the constant negative X to the fourth. See how the top is really that. The bottom is so we're like dividing this polynomial in A by this one, 1 times A plus then the constant negative X. All right, so thinking this is a 1 anyway right here, we can do a synthetic division. All right, so with that, we would take negative of what the constant is. That's the constant of the divisor. So just an X right here. It's funny, we're putting an X right there. That's because X is a constant. All right, then we write out the coefficients here. We have a 1, 0, 0, 0, negative X to the fourth. That's a constant now. Okay, so then we just proceed as usual. We drop the 1. We say X times 1, put an X, we add. Then we have X times X, so we get X squared. We add X squared. X times X squared is X cubed. Add X cubed, then X times X cubed is X to the fourth. Then we add, and we get 0 as desired. It goes in nicely. What in the world does this mean? These are constant coefficients of powers of A. This is the constant term. This is the A to the first term. This is the coefficient of the A squared term. This is the coefficient of A cubed. So really, this right here is a division, and this is an equivalent fraction by just computing the division. So really, we're just taking the limit as A approaches X of A cubed plus XA squared plus X squared A plus X cubed. Now in doing so, we're throwing in a equals x in each of these. So we get x cubed plus, hey, that's x cubed as well, plus that's x cubed as well, that's x cubed as well. We have 4 of them, so that's going to be equal to 4x cubed. All right, so we did it in 2 different ways. You can try this out. In fact, we will in the next video for a different power, when maybe perhaps we couldn't, maybe perhaps proceeding in this way, at least we couldn't factor it nicely that way. I mean, there are various ways of factoring. In fact, you can, yeah, I mean, you could factor a to the 5th minus x to the 5th. You could pull out an a minus x. There are rules for that, but if you don't remember the rule, that's okay, because synthetic division is in our hands. Thanks for watching.